is my faith. My protecting it ain't necessary. Because the adversities are always going to happen. You can't avoid the adversities. If that's how you're trying to protect your peace, is avoiding the adversities or moving the adversities out of your life or somehow trying to ditch and dodge the adversities. No, they coming. But there is a peace which you cannot provide or protect because he's the provider of when you find yourself in these varying kinds of adversarial tests. It's not for you to try to keep. That's a lie told from the enemy. The irene, the peace of God, it's that for a reason. It's what God produces, this inner tranquility, this calmness, this peace within that keeps me from falling apart, that keeps me from crumbling, that keeps me from caving in because of the pressures that are coming in from the outside. You couldn't sustain it if it was up to us to have to do anyway. And so it is designed for that purpose. God's goal for our lives is to make us like Jesus Christ. That's the goal. That's what we're being conformed to. Ultimately is to be like his son. And if you don't think it's going to take pressure to do, you better look at his life again. The pressure that he had to go through, the conflicts that he had to deal with, the social adversities, the storms that he rode out on, all these disasters, all these adversities are things that even the Christ himself had to endure, had to go through. And God knows he endured the heaviest pressure that anybody in all of human history would ever have to deal with, to the point that he's sweating drops of blood. A true medical condition because of the pressure of what's taking place. But he says, nevertheless, it's not what I will to do. I'm not going to try to wear this on my own. I'm not going to try to allow this to be converted and put stress on my soul. But he's able to endure it. Say, who for the joy set before him, he endured. The joy that was there, the end game, the reward, the compensation, the blessing, that which he desired to be with his Father in that union once again. The joy, who for the joy he was able to. That's what his motivation was. That's what held him there. There are three things that take place when a believer is operating in arrogance, and these are called these arrogant skills. It starts with self-absorption, then moves to self-justification, then to self-deception. The longer we stay under the control of the sin nature, the more arrogance dominates our soul, and the deeper we plunge into the cycle of these arrogant skills. The more that dominates our soul versus us following in the path of grace, that's a part of faith. You're at risk of failing the test when you're under sin nature control. You can't pass the test. You can't deal with the outside adversities because why? Only way we can is by God's power, and he gives us two power options, his word and his spirit. And if we're operating on something else other than that, then the adversities are going to crush us. We're not going to make it. We're not going to survive it because we're trying to, again, do it in and of ourselves. In self-absorption, you put yourself in the center of your world, and everything revolves around you. It is not about you. It's not about me. It's the whole world don't revolve around me. It has to happen the way I want it to happen, the way I like it to happen, when I want it to happen. No, that ain't how it works. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no problems around here. I'm trying to protect my peace. No, that ain't how it works. I don't care what you don't want. Trouble shows up anyway. I don't care what you don't like. Adversity shows itself anyhow. Whether you want to or not, whether you like it or not, whether you asking for it or not, you don't have to. Because it's going to show itself. But this self-absorption where we're absorbed with ourselves, when anything happens, the instant reaction is how it affects you. Everything that happens is you. Ooh, you in here like, oh, why is it so hot in here? This air out. They need to do